Today we will be factoring trinomials, hard trinomials. These are trinomials that have numbers in front of the x squared. To review factoring trinomials, first we need to look for a greatest common factor. Second, multiply the first number and the last number. Third, find the factors of that number from step 2 that add up to the middle term in the trinomial. 3, we need to replace the middle term with the factors found in step 3. Step 4, factor the 4 terms by grouping. And lastly, we need to factor each parenthesis by finding the greatest common factor of each parenthesis. To review, up until this point, we have not had a greatest common factor to factor out of the beginning. We have skipped that step and went on to step 2. For example, x squared plus 9x plus 18. 1 times 18 is still 18, so the greatest common factor here is still 1. X squared plus 9x plus 18. When we find the factors of 18, you got 1 and 18, 2 and 9, and 3 and 6. We add them together. 1 plus 18 should be 19. 2 times 9 is 11, and 3 times 6 was 2 times 9 is 18, and 2 plus 9 is 11. 3 times 6 is 18, and then 3 plus 6 is 9. There you go. So we got 3 and 6. We grouped them together. And this term here on the left side, we factor out an x. On the right side, we factor out a 6. And then we write the new terms, x plus 6, and then x plus 3. Example number 1. The first thing we need to do is find the greatest common factor. If you look at 8, 6, and 20, all three of those numbers are divisible by 2. So that would be our greatest common factor. And we factor them out, we would have 4x squared plus 3x minus 10, and we would put the 2 in front. The next thing we need to do is to multiply the first term and the third term. That would be 4 times a negative 10, and that would give us a negative 40. So now we need to find the factors of negative 40. That would add to a positive 3. So we would work these out starting with 1 times 40, and I would go a positive 40 because the larger number is going to be positive and the smaller number is going to be negative because the middle term here is positive. So negative 40 times 40 is negative 40. Negative 1 plus 40 gives us 39. Then negative 2 plus negative 20 gives us 18. 3 don't divide into 40 evenly, so negative 4 and a positive 10. That gives us a positive 6. And then negative 5 and a positive 8 would give us 3. So right there we have found our factors of 40 and the ones that give us positive numbers. Because negative 6 won't go into it and negative 7 won't go into 40 as well. So we will take this and start on the next thing. After we have found the two factors of negative 40 that add to a positive 3, now we put this together and we would have 4x plus, or 4x squared, and we can go negative 5x, group those two together, and then plus 8x minus 10. So now we need to factor out. I'm going to factor out an x here. Get rid of that 2 for a second. So we're going to factor out an x here. And that would leave 4x minus 5. Over here, I'm going to factor out a 2. And that would leave 4x minus 5. If you notice, now we have 4x minus 5 here and 4x minus 5 here. Combine the x plus 2 and have the 4x minus 5. And now we can replace this 2 that was in front right there. And that completes solving a hard trinomial.